Okay, so if you're a runner or a cyclist, you are probably swimming in data from your watch or your bike computer. But let's be honest, what does it all really mean? Today, we're going to dig into a tool called Pulse.IQ, which promises to cut right through all that noise and turn that confusing data into training insights you can actually use.
First things first, let's talk about a feeling that is, well, all too familiar for anyone who's trying to get better at something. That training frustration. You know what I'm talking about. It's that endless cycle of making progress, hitting a wall, and dealing with pain points that makes you question everything you're doing.
I mean, does this sound familiar? You're in a great groove. You're hitting all your workouts, feeling super strong, and then, bam, out of absolutely nowhere, you're sidelined with an injury. It can feel like this impossible cycle that you just can't break out of.
Or, hey, maybe it's not some big, dramatic injury, but just a nagging plateau. You're putting in the hours, you are doing the work, but those race times, or your personal bests, they just are not budging. In fact, maybe they're even getting a little bit worse.
And all this time your watch is just throwing all these metrics at you, right? Training status, VO2 max, load focus. It's just this constant fire hose of information. But does any of it actually tell you what you're supposed to do tomorrow? You know, the source material for this uses a perfect phrase for this feeling. It calls it unproductive hell. It's that sinking feeling you get when you take a much-needed rest day, which you know you need, only for your watch to tell you your fitness is declining. It's completely backward, right? So, what is the root cause of all this frustration? Well, a lot of the time it comes down to one big problem: these generic, one-size-fits-all training plans.
And this is the fundamental truth, isn't it? The training plan that works wonders for your friend might be the exact thing that leads you to an injury or complete burnout. Our bodies, our daily stress, how we sleep, they're all unique pieces in a very, very complex puzzle.
And this comparison just captures that disconnect perfectly. On one side, you have the generic training plan that just treats you like a machine. But on the other side, you have the reality, a human body that is always adapting, that needs intelligent recovery, not just blind progression. And you know, it's worth asking, why are we so overloaded with data in the first place? Well, part of the reason is that the more sensors you use, the more locked into a device's ecosystem you become. The goal isn't always to give you clarity. Sometimes it's just about collecting more and more data. So, we've laid out the problem. You've got generic plans and you've got data overload. And that brings us to a potential solution called Pulse.IQ. And the definition is so simple but really powerful. Let's just look at the key phrases here. Free, which makes it accessible to everybody. Make sense, which tackles that data confusion head on. And probably most importantly, act on it. This is all about turning data into an actual decision. And beyond just being a tool, there's a real mission behind it. The whole idea is to shift the power back to you, the athlete, to give you insights that help you become the expert on your own body. It's about empowerment, not just staring at more numbers. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? How does Pulse.IQ go from your raw workout data to a genuinely useful piece of advice? Well, the whole process is designed to be super simple. You just track your activity like you always do. In the background, Pulse.IQ analyzes your heart rate data. Then, and this is the really cool part, its AI model predicts your best possible performance based on your own history. It kind of creates a digital twin of your fitness potential. It's a personalized benchmark built just for you, and from that comparison, it generates your scores. And these are the core things you get. First, a fitness score and a trend that simply tells you if you're getting fitter. No more guessing what productive or unproductive even means. And second, load scores. These answer that critical question: am I increasing my training load at a safe rate to avoid getting hurt? Together, they just give you a really clear picture of your progress. But all this technology, all of these scores, it all leads to one final, really crucial point. The ultimate goal isn't just to give you more numbers to stare at. The scores and the trends, they aren't the destination. Think of them as a translator. They are tools that are meant to amplify the signals your body is already sending, helping you understand them better so you can finally listen and then act accordingly. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Take a hard look at how you're training right now. Is that plan truly built for you, for your unique body, your data, and your life? Or is it a generic map that was designed for everyone else, one that might be leading you down completely the wrong path?